Hey guys, Aaron here, lover of all things good, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am making some keto biscuits. It's a great simple keto recipe. Takes only about 15-20 minutes in the morning to do. This basically serves about 8 to 10 biscuits, and it's also really low in carbs, high in protein, and very rich in fat. It's a great, delicious keto-friendly recipe, and I think you're gonna really like it. So please stay tuned. Please don't forget to subscribe and turn notifications. I'm gonna be using my trusty almond flour that I bought at Costco. Love it, super good, really rich in flavor and taste, but also a really great gluten-free option for you to eat. I'm gonna measure 2 cups of flour. So, you should see 2 cups basically. I'm just gonna put a little bit more in there. Just 2 cups. And this is basically a quick and dirty kind of recipe. It's not like super, you know, but basically we're at 2 cups of flour right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and basically take this flour and put it in here first. Just using regular baking powder. I basically bought this at, I got this from Whole Foods. It's their private label brand, 365. This one uses basically a teaspoon of that. Just kind of like that. And just drop it in there, nice like that. And then we're gonna basically use our butter, which I've been softening up. You wanna make sure your butter is nice and soft. So what I did is I actually basically left it out when I went to the gym to work out. So basically now it's nice and soft and ready to go. So I'm gonna basically just get a little butter knife, and it says about 2 tablespoons of butter for this recipe. But what I'm gonna do is basically just kind of cut those kind of same portions. And the key thing is you wanna make sure your butter, that it's like nice and basically kind of like soft, but not too soft, you know? All right, so I'm gonna put that in there like that. And then, all right, so you can see in here, I have my ingredients. I have my butter, I have my baking powder, about a teaspoon of baking powder, or this pink Himalayan salt, and 2 cups of almond flour, not almond meal, but actually almond flour. All right. So what I'm gonna do now is add some more of my wet ingredients. I guess butter's kind of like wet. It just kind of depends on how you think about it, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and grab out of my fridge. I am going to grab some sour cream. All right, this is basically some sour cream. I actually bought this at Gonzalez Market. It's the Daisy brand. I don't know exactly what that brand means, but it's pure and natural. So I'm gonna use a 1/4 cup of my sour cream, and it says basically right here on here, it says 1/4 cup. I don't know if you can see that. Basically, yeah, it's 1/4 cup. And I'm going to basically just kind of, I don't know if I want it. It's clean. I'm just gonna kind of just, this is for dry ingredients, but I'm just gonna kind of like, that's basically a 1/4 cup. So I'm gonna just take this 1/4 cup right here and just kind of use my spoon too, a little bit to kind of just scoop it out like that. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna basically put 1 egg. This recipe requires 1 egg. So I'm gonna basically use 1 egg, and I'm gonna basically take that egg and just, so basically we have all of our ingredients in here. Now we have the egg, we have our sour cream, we have our teaspoon of baking powder, and then 2 tablespoons of butter right there. So what I'm gonna do now basically is, our butter is actually quite soft, not too soft. You wanna make sure it's actually a nice kind of like consistency of softness, but not like too crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and just start kind of just mixing this all together. And that's why you want your butter to be pretty already softened, because when you don't have it too soft, it doesn't really mix very well. And you have like these little clumps. And basically it's gonna be kind of, it's not gonna be like regular biscuit dough, which is pretty firm. This is gonna be much more of a like, almost like a, I don't know how to describe it. Almost like an oatmeal-y kind of dough. But it's actually mixing really well. And this spatula actually works really well as a tool, so I love using this one because it basically folds things nicely and it scrapes everything from the edges, which is really helpful for when you're trying to actually get this dough. It's almost like a battery dough, actually. I should say probably more like a batter. But I just want to make sure all the butter is like folded in nicely with the egg and the almond flour. So there's our batter slash dough right there. See that? Parchment paper. This is brown. It's usually white, but this is brown. And that actually, I bought it at Whole Foods. It's the 365 brand, just in case you're curious. So now it's time to get our biscuits out the oven. Look at those beauties. Nice and golden brown and delicious.